We are observing Kartik VRATA. We are hearing Śikṣāṣṭaka commentaries. Yesterday we heard Śrīla Bhakti Siddhānta Saraswatī Goswami Ṭhākur. He said, when one has other material desires, that is Namaparat. If intentionally, for some other purposes, he's chanting, that will be Namaparat. And when one does not have material desires, but also no relationship with Krishna, that will be Nama-abhās. He will get liberation. But one who has a relation with Krishna as his eternal servant, then by chanting he will get prema. So we heard yesterday, free from all misfortune, the highest souls attain pure Krishna prema by chanting the pure name. So Namaparat and Namabhas both are misfortune, because that is not highest welfare for the jiva or natural function. Only Krishna prema is. So when one becomes free from all that kind of misfortune, then by chanting pure name or real name, then pure Krishna prema he will get. The distress of the conditioned jivas, Sri Gaura Sundar gave instructions about the process for serving the divine name, Shri Nam Bhajan, and referred to lacking attachment, anuraga, as misfortune. If one has no attachment for Harinam, that is misfortune. But even in the midst of such misfortune, Bhagavan's mercy is present. There is a way to become free from the hands of offenses to the name. If the jiva understands the nature of aparat, does not engage in aparat, and constantly chants the name, then there will be no chance for aparat to occur. By nama-abhās, liberation occurs, that is, immersion in the mundane is destroyed, and thereafter the jiva attains the eligibility to chant the divine name. All these opportunities afforded by Bhagavan, even in the midst of the jiva's misfortune, are indicative of Bhagavan's mercy. Like if you are sick, then there is medicine how to become cured. So like that we are in misfortune, fallen, but Krishna's mercy is there, so we can come out by this process. First we have to know, that is why when Gurudev gives initiation, you have to know these are the 10 offenses, and first one to criticize devotees, and the third one to disrespect Guru or disobey Guru are more heavy than the others. So first one has to understand that these all aparadas, they are acts displeasing to Harinam. So have to understand, and then you have to avoid doing that. And also we have to positively do. Like if it says don't criticize devotees, means you have to sing the glories of devotees. If it says that Vishnu's name, form, attributes, they are not different from each other, means with faith we should accept that there is no difference. And when it says you should not disobey Guru, means you should obey him. All this positively we have to do and be attentive to the name, all this. Then gradually we can come out. By the influence of chanting the primary names, the jiva attains the highest and greatest good fortune. Where there is the desire to attain insignificant, unnecessary ends, there are rules regarding time and strict rules regarding eligibility and other factors. This is all for karma and jnana. Those goals or ends are unnecessary and insignificant, and there are so many rules regarding time and strict rules. Like for yaga, as I told, space, and for jnana, you need eligibility, you need pure heart of all these non-eternal desires and other factors. But Bhagavan's mercy has given those who chant the name relief from different shackles of proper and improper timing. Any time you can do. Like yagya you cannot do when night is there, not possible. But Harinam you can do all time. Regarding rules pertaining to time, in Sri Chaitanya Bhagavat, it is said, Ki shayane ki bojane ki ba jagorone, Ahar nisha chinta Krishna boloho badane, Sarva kono bolo ite vidinahyar. Whether resting, eating, or awake, day and night think of Krishna and chant his name aloud. Chant at all times. There are no rules in this regard. And in Chaitanya Charitamrita it is said, Kaite shuite jata tata nam loy, kal desh niyam nahi sarva siddhi hoy. There are no rules regarding time or place. Chant the name while eating, lying down, or otherwise, and attain everything. This is the end of commentary of Prabhupada on the second verse. Now we will start third verse. Our Gurudev wrote in one letter that throughout Kartik VRATA, devotees will hear about Śikṣāṣṭaka every day. It is directly coming from Chaitanya Mahāprabhu. So sincere votary to please Chaitanya Mahāprabhu, he will practice these verses. And Gurudev said there, at least we have to practice first and third verse. Then we'll get Krishna Prem. First verse practically means Parang Vijayate Shri Krishna Sankirtanam. We have to fully dedicate ourselves exclusively for Shri Krishna Sankirtan. And Gurudev said how to do it, it is stated in the third verse. So both is important. What to do, chant, that is chant Mahamantra. And how to do it, it is written in third verse. The main, Gurudev in that same letter, he wrote, merely by speaking or merely by hearing and speaking, we cannot get the result. We have to practice. So someone like that, our Gurudev gave one example for Sharanagati, the sixfold Sharanagati. Then we can quickly say, yes, humility, then offering everything to Krishna, accepting him as protector, maintainer, everything very quickly we can say. But if we don't practice under the guidance of surrendered devotee, then that memorizing or that our hearing and speaking about that will not give any result. And he gave example, like if I go to doctor, then doctor will examine me, then he will understand, yes, this is the disease, then he will write prescription. You should avoid this and this, foods, and this medicine you have to take this time, and this much, or this prescription is given. So one boy, he read and he memorized whole prescription, but did not take that medicine, did not follow diet. Then after some time he went to doctor, he said nothing happened. And doctor said, did you see the prescription? He said yes, and he very quickly from memory he gave all prescription said. Then doctor said yes, it is right prescription, but did you do it? Did you give up those foods you took? No. Then how you will get result? So our Gurudev also said, not merely by hearing and speaking, but we have to practice. And Gurudev even said, even no need to follow all 8 verses of Śikṣāṣṭakam. At least we have to practice first and third, then we'll get everything. And then also Padashamrita. So our Gurudev was very practical, gave importance on practice. Also one time in Chandigarh, Kartik VRATA, I took darshan of Gurudev in room. Then Gurudev asked me this, what are the 6-fold Sharanagati limbs? Then I told him. Then Gurudev said yes, and he was smiling. Then in the Harikatha of Gajendra Moksha Down, he said we may memorize this 6-fold Sharanagati, we memorize, okay, but spirit should be there. Means you have to be surrendered, practice surrender. At another times also Guru said, not only by memorizing, but by practicing we will get the result. So at least first and third verse we have to clearly understand and practice. Then we can, then Mahāprabhu will be satisfied. So now we'll start this third verse. And in one time, one devotee asked Gurudev that I have many questions about this and that, so you are not always available, so if there is any devotee I could ask. Then Gurudev first replied, already Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gave all instructions in his Śikṣāṣṭakam. All instructions he gave in Śikṣāṣṭakam. You have to go through Śikṣāṣṭakam with the commentaries of his personal associates. Means Śrīla Bhaktivinoda Ṭhākur, Prabhupada. So all instructions are there. And if you want to consult, then he gave name of one devotee, you can consult. But main point is this. And later on also we will read Upadashamrita. That is also coming from Chaitanya Mahaprabhu teaching. So these two we have to practice. Then we'll get result. Śikṣāṣṭakam verse 3. Trinadapi sunichana, tarorapi sahisnuna, amanina manadena kirtaniya sadahuri. One who considers himself as insignificant as grass, who is more tolerant than a tree, who is without pride and shows respect unto others, he is always eligible to engage in Hari Kirtan. Commentary by Śrīla Bhaktivinoda Ṭhākur. Humility born from indifference towards mundane things due to chanting Harinam offenselessly, non-enviousness embellished with compassion, a lack of false pride, and showing respect to all accordingly. These are the characteristics. Due to the appearance of Shri Krishna Nam, which is Chaitanya Rasa Vigraha, the embodiment of conscious rasa, one acquires detachment except for Chit Rasa, that is divine mellows, and declares. So here Bhaktivinoda Ṭhākur is telling, which we are also singing in this song during Kartik, Donya Doya, Onye Man, Pratishta Barjan. Humility is indifference or detachment from mundane things. Here it means false this ego. And this will happen when we will chant sincerely, without offenses. It will automatically appear, such humility. Non-enviousness, embellished with compassion, that is Doya. We sing that song. Brika sama kama guno korobi sadan, prati hingsa teji korobi palon, onne korobi palon. You give up this mood of revenge or violence, but you provide for others. Korobi palon. Jibono nirbakhyane udbego nadibe, para upakara nijo suko basuribe. You don't give distress to any other one for your own maintenance. Means like tree does not ask for any water from anyone. So don't give trouble to others for your own maintenance, but instead you do good to others, forgetting about your own happiness. And here, a lack of false pride and showing respect to all accordingly. These are the characteristics. So, when Krishna Nam appears in someone's heart, then he will have desire only for that divine mellow, Chaitanya Rasa Vigraha, means conscious rasa, and he will get detachment for all else, for material enjoyment or for liberation. No desire for that. So when this will happen, then one will declare this: I am intrinsically a finite conscious jiva who is a servant of Shri Krishna. Our Parangurudev explained this, that this Trinadapi Sunichana, being humbler than a blade of grass, means this: to be free from gross and subtle false ego, but realize that I am eternal servant of Krishna. That is humility. Our Gurudev also gave one example, like a grass. It is standing and she is very low bird, so anyone can step on it and cannot resist, cannot do anything, so weak and so low. So everyone step, it will go down. But immediately when he will step off, then grass again slowly will come up. Means she is saying, I am someone of this world. I am someone. So humbler than a blade of grass means we have to be free from all false ego. I am not of this world. I belong to Krishna. So gross and subtle material egos we have to give up and be reinstated in that real self. That is actual humility. Not that someone will outwardly behave like, oh, I'm nothing, like this. No, that is artificial. Actual means when you realize your real self. then in relation to Krishna you will be humble, not to mad persons of this world. Srila Sridhar Maharaj explained this very nicely. Like Ramachandra, he destroyed whole Lanka. That is act of humility, because he is serving Supreme Lord. He is cutting through Maya, through obstacles to devotion. So it does not mean that to some sense enjoyer or something we will be humble. No. Like Jiva Goswami, he argued with that Pandit, proud Pandit, who offended Rupa and Sanatana Goswami. So Jiva Goswami cut through his pride. That is a sign of his humility. Very boldly he was arguing against him. So outwardly it may seem he's very arrogant. No, he's humbler than Murli because he's serving Krishna and devotees with cutting through Maya. So I am intrinsically a finite conscious jiva who is a servant of Sri Krishna, because those who are jnanis, when they come to the point of self-realization, they think they are infinite consciousness and omnipresent and everything. That is their feeling, but it is not true. That is only their feeling. There is no difference. But when one comes to proper realization of self, then he will understand Krishna is all consciousness. I am only small particle of him, and I am his eternal servant. So finite conscious jiva. I have no objective in relation to those things comprised of matter. I am above matter and I am not dependent on matter. So I have no objective in relation to that. Like that Brahma Bhuta Prasanatmana Shochati Nakangshati. No hankering and no lamentation if losing something in this mundane world, because no objective. Jiva is by itself satisfied, has bliss, but not fully satisfied. That can happen only in the service of Krishna. But no necessary object in this world, material object. At present, I am in the unfortunate condition of being bound to matter due to the fault of being averse to Krishna. This will also be realized clearly. What is the cause of bondage? By Krishna's mercy, as long as I am not free from samsara, means this material existence, then I will use material objects in order to maintain life, employing yukta vairagya. That is proper renunciation with knowledge in relation to Sri Krishna. Not too much, not too less, and in relation to Krishna we have to use all these articles of this world to maintain our body for the service of Krishna, and using all articles and our body and everything for the service of Krishna. That is as long as we are in this world. We cannot say, because I am jiva, I have nothing to do with this world, so I will fully reject, renounce everything. That will not be possible, because now we are not liberated soul. Although we are soul, but not liberated soul. So as long as we are in this world, we have to practice this yukta vairagya, everything in relation to Krishna for his satisfaction. I must inevitably experience and accept all the results of prarabdha karma. That is, results of previous activities. That is Tatenu Kampam verse we are hearing, that to see the grace of Krishna in all circumstances, not blame anyone for any misery which we are getting, because we are getting by the will of Krishna, by the grace of Krishna for our own good as a result of previous actions. So prarabdha karma means this. There are three types of karma. Aprarabdha, prarabdha and kriyamana. Also you may say sanchita, accumulated, and avidya is beginning. From avidya all karma starts, all materialistic activities. Then what is accumulated, sanchit karma, it is from beginning of our entrance into this world. So only Krishna can know that. He knows everything. But we are unable to detect that unless if Krishna reveals, we can know. But otherwise, by horoscope, you cannot see what is like from another time, what is your karma. Then aprarabdha karma is that karma which did not yet start. Like I did some bad activity and I should get such and such a result, but not yet I'm getting. It will happen in future when that reaction will come. So that is aprarabdha karma. And prarabdha karma means that which already started, which I'm reaping now. Like our prarabdha karma is this body also. We earned this body, and what is happening, this we already earned by actions in previous life. And how long it will remain, that is already fixed by actions in previous life. How long you will stay in this body, you cannot change that, fixed time. That can be seen in horoscope also, if someone is expert. Then another is kriyamana karma, that which you can do now by your free action, your free will, what you can do, and you will get results in the future. And this kriyamana action is also limited by this aprarabdha and prarabdha karma. Not all can do any action as they like, because they are already bound in certain way by certain prarabdha karma. Like if you are born female, then you cannot produce child in someone. That is not what you cannot change. So already some limitation is there. So this is only one example. So this prarabdha, so we are bound. So here Bhaktivinoda Ṭhākur is saying that awakened jiva who came to that platform of realization, she will understand, yes, what is my prarabdha karma that I will accept. Though also it is stated in Shastra that by no means you can change your prarabdha karma. And prarabdha karma means marriage, birth, your specific birth, at what time and place, and like someone is born in some poor country or always war going on, that is also due to prarabdha karma. Time, place, and then marriage, that is also fixed. And some diseases, and when you will die, already fixed. You cannot change, except by pure devotion. Only Krishna can change. By karma and jnana, you can remove some that aprarabdha karma and some bad results, but not all you can remove. But with pure devotion, you can remove all sins or all also pious activities, everything you can remove by pure devotion. That is why that verse, Brahma told tatenu kampam susamikshamanam bunjanevatma kritamipakam. A real devotee, he does not pray to Krishna, you please rescue me from my karma. Never. Because he thinks, what I did, I should get. You are not my servant, I am your servant. Why I should give my burden to you? That is not devotion. what I did, I will accept. And only I will engage in your service by body, mind, and speech. Then Jiveta Jumukti Pada Sadabhak. Such a person who has such attitude, he will surely get grace of God and his eternal abode, service there he will get, sure. So, though such devotee does not pray, it is not his target to pray to be free from karma, from some suffering like this, no. But it automatically happens by the will of Krishna. But his target is not that. He's not chanting in order to be free from karma. He's chanting to serve Krishna, and by that pure devotional attitude, Krishna automatically destroys all suffering, everything destroys, because there is no need of punishment anymore. We are getting punished only because we are doing wrong activities. So we also sing that song. Nijo karma guna doshe jai jai janma paye. Janme jeno tava nama guno gaye. According to my karma, let me take birth. I don't mind. Guna doshe, by good karma or bad karma. I don't mind. Let me take any birth according to my karma, but my only request is, let me always chant your name and your glories. And whether I'm born as bird or beast or in hell or in heaven or wherever, I don't mind. Only my prayer is, let me have devotion to you. That is the prayer of real devotee. No prayer for any liberation. But because he has pure devotional attitude, automatically he has no miseries. Automatically. Because there is no necessity to be punished. He's already rightly situated. So here, Bhaktivinoda Ṭhākur is telling that such mood will come to one who will chant pure name. I must inevitably experience and accept all the results of prarabdha karma. That is, miseries born from poverty, illness, sadness, old age, etc. And those things stemming from joy, such as good health, strength, knowledge, etc. Considering my Chit Swarup, that is spiritual nature or spiritual form, I have no necessity for material things, and with absolute humility I will reside at home or in the forest. So whether one is householder or ascetic, it doesn't matter. Point is, he will say, O Krishna, O Gaurachandra, O Lord of my life, when will I achieve pure servitorship? Although it is a material object, identifying oneself as grass is not contradictory. However, because my Swarup has become perverted, my factual identity is incorrect. In actually, I am lower than grass, or more abominable, more fallen. So some material object, if identifies with material object, that is normal, no problem. But I am not material. I am spiritual by nature, but I am now misidentified with this matter that is not true, that is correct. So I am even more fallen than a grass. Here it means grass, like one blade of grass on the street, not living grass, but that one. Sometimes it is described in this way, sometimes in that way. What kind of grass? So here it means that an object there, material object. So it is natural that is material object, natural. But it is not natural for me, who am spiritual, to think I am material. So I am worse than that. I am more faulty than that blade of grass. The phrase tarorapi sahisnuna, more tolerant than a tree, denotes that a tree helps give shade and fruits even to the woodcutter. From a higher inclination, a devotee of Krishna shows mercy and benefits everyone, friends and enemies. Compassion embellished with non-enviousness is the second characteristic of those who chant Harinam. We hear that song of Bhaktivinoda Ṭhākur, that even if someone cuts the tree, no, in Chaitanya Charitamrita, जय रूप लॉयल नाम प्रेम उपजय ताहर लक्षण श्लोक शुन स्वरूप राम उत्तम होया आपन आके मन त्रिनत हो. Although that devotee is very exalted, but he thinks he is more abominable than blade of grass. Then brikha dui prakare sahisnuta kore brikha sama. In two ways he has that forbearance, like tree. Briko jeno katileho kichunavule. If someone cuts tree, he will not protest. Kichunavule, he will not say anything. Shukaila maile kare pani namavoy. Even if it is dried up, will not ask for water from anyone. Jai je magoye tare de apuntam. But whoever will ask anything from tree, tree will give to him everything. Shade, fruit, wood, everything. De apundam. Gharma brishti soche aner correction. And he will tolerate heat and rain. Gharma brishti soche aner correction. He will himself will tolerate, and he will give shade or shelter to others. So that is this doya, compassion. So real devotees, they have such qualities. They are always trying to do good to others, and they never give trouble to others for their own sake, and they are always tolerant. They don't protest, although sometimes and like if they get something, they will tolerate it, thinking it is the result of my previous actions. They will not blame anyone. Or those who are pure devotees, they will think Krishna is giving this to me because he wants to teach the world through me. Like Prahlad Maharaj, so many things. He was not suffering, or Haridas Ṭhākur. But in order to give us teaching how devotee is, he gives that to them. They are not feeling pain. To teach conditioned souls how devotees are tolerant. Otherwise we cannot know. And they always try for the good of others. They want to turn them towards Krishna. And never take revenge. But yes, sometimes it is necessary. If someone wants to harm devotee or guru or deity or shastra, then in that case you have to protect devotion. So in that case, that protection will be for the sake of devotion, for the sake of guru. Then that will be very bold, like defense to remove those obstacles which are targeted at devotional progress or things, like Hanuman he did, and that I told Jiva Goswami, and there are other examples also, how humility or tolerance in relation to protecting devotion outwardly looks very bold or arrogant, but it is not. It is proper. Like Narottam Ṭhākur said there, Krodha bhakta dveshi jone. You have to be angry on those who are trying to harm devotees. You have to defend, you have to condemn, or also use physical protection. So target is correct. Devotion is protected, and or deity, shastra, that we have to protect. Dham also. So we have to cut those obstacles for this purpose. But if we try to use violence or anger for our own selfish purpose, then that will be wrong. So compassion embellished with non-enviousness is the second characteristic of those who chant Harinam. So these qualities will automatically appear in one in whom pure name will appear. It will be automatic, and it has different application in different circumstances. That is why by only trying to imitate these four qualities, it will not work. It has to be natural, and it is also beyond our mundane conception. What this means? Our Srila Brihad Bharati Maharaj told, like how some scientists will understand what is the meaning of the one human being is smaller than grass. How this is possible? So they cannot understand what is there. So it is not possible to understand with mundane conception what these four qualities actually are, and about their different application in different circumstances, like this Hanuman or Ambarish Maharaj, he just stood. So that all comes from their devotion to Krishna. Not that they are thinking how to act in this way or that way. No, it is automatic. In one in whom pure devotion or pure Harinam appeared. Those who chant the name without offenses say, O Lord, how will those jivas in my company achieve attraction to your name? They are all blinded by Maya and aggrieved by the dualities of happiness and distress in relation to sons, wives, wealth, victory, defeat, etc. So this compassion is there for others, because pure devotee sees they are suffering due to their aversion to Krishna, and all the time suffering. This son will die, then they will suffer, and they will lose or win, they will be happy. All this is Maya. So how they can come out? He will always think to help them. So then devotees, they are not averse to this blinded by Maya. They are not averse to mundane sense objects which are full of anarthas, or in this sense, in this case here, unnecessary tribulations. So these mundane people, they never think that they should renounce this sense enjoyment and sense objects. They don't know that that is actually giving them tribulation, suffering. Bound by the chains of expectation, they search for meager results of karma, which end in misery, or nirbeda gyan, that is knowledge of the non-differentiated Brahman, how will their taste for the correct philosophy concerning the self develop? So pure devotee is always thinking how to help such people. Then he will loudly sing, Harer Nam, Harer Nam, Harer Nam eva kevalam. Kalau nasteva, nasteva, nasteva gotiranyata. Only the name of Hari, the name of Hari, the name of Hari. There is no other way, no other way, no other way in the age of Kali. There is no other way to reach that ultimate goal. It's from Brihad Naradiya Purana. The word, so they will try to explain this to the jivas. They will see they have to suffer because of this entanglement and other desires. So they will try to explain this. I experienced this sort of compassion when we came to Srila Bhakti Bible Puri Gosai Maharaj in Vrindavan in 2005 to invite him to come for our Parangurudev's festival, Bhutan Ekadashi, appearance day in our Vrindavan mat. So there, then we met and we invited, and then little he spoke with devotees. Then he looked at me, and then he was lying down. Then he sat like straight, means he was I don't know how to describe, like making it important. He sat straight and he looked at my eyes and he said, Harer Nam, Harer Nam, Harer Nam eva kevalam. Kalau nasteva, 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 kotiranata. That time I felt that he wants me to understand this point and also to tell to others. And it was full of compassion. Don't like go here and there and think this. No, this is the point. You have to understand it, practice, and also this you have to tell to others. Also, our Gurudev, when that lady came to train in Delhi, and she came to Gurudev before he sat in his chair, then she said, oh Swamiji, I am so impressed by you. Such effulgence and such atmosphere is there, and also outside devotees I saw that they were given such atmosphere, such peace, such bliss. I am impressed. How long do you sit for meditation? And then Gurudev smiled and he looked at me and he said, I am not eligible for meditation. Gurudev did not tell in this instance, but we heard all the time in Harikatha that was prescribed for Satya Yuga, when their mind was stable. So here Gurudev just said, I am not eligible for meditation. Now it is Kali Yuga. Harinam is prescribed, and he said, Harer Nam, Harer Nam, Harer Nam eva kevalam. Kalau nasteva, nasteva, nasteva gotiranata. So I am chanting Harinam. So that is pure name. And that is why Gurudev was so, others were attracted and they felt that he has something. So Gurudev clearly told that we can get by Harinam, pure name. The word Amanina, okay, this we will start tomorrow because this topic comes Amanina. Tomorrow is Narottam Thakur's disappearance, so we will hear about him. If there will be any time, then we can continue this. But there are 2 points. One is, by chanting pure name, one will have all these 4 qualities. Another is, you have to practice these 4 qualities in order to chant without offenses. So sometimes we are confused then how to do. So that we will hear either tomorrow or day after tomorrow.